everyone, my name's Rhiannon from Blue Dog Board Games, and today we're going to do a solo playthrough of one of my all-time favourite thematic horror, scary type games, and this is called Abomination, the Heir of Frankenstein. Abomination is not a game that becomes solo straight out the box when you purchase it. This is a game for 2 to 4 players. The publishers, Plaid Hat Games, however, have popped out a solo mode and a couple of different variations as well online, all for free, so you can download the rules and play it solo from there. Also, they've made a few tweaks according to the rules to sort of shorten the game time a little bit, as some people have said that this game overstays its welcome. I personally don't feel that. I really like the game length, but there's a couple of tweaks that you can make to make the game a bit more accessible to certain groups of people. Today I will be borrowing one of those rules, so what I'm going to be doing is having a couple of body parts pre-made on my board before we sort of even get going. This will hopefully allow us to perhaps get a win in this game, which is always going to be nice in a playthrough, but also may decrease the playing time just slightly. And I do have limited time to film these things, so that's always going to be beneficial. The overall, aim of these videos is to just give you a flavour of how these games play solo, and this is definitely going to give you, it's exactly the same game, it just may cut out a round or two. So we are all set up ready to go, so let's get going with Abomination, the Heir of Frankenstein. So as you can see, Abomination is a really big game, it's quite sprawling. I think you can't see the very top scoring track, but you can see it all around the edge here, but that doesn't matter, you don't really need to see that. I won't go through exactly how to play, but very basically, normally you would have nothing here on your lab board, but we're going to just start with one of the rules from the Igor variant, which speeds the game along a little bit. So I've got 2 muscle side body parts here, so these are all double-sided. You've got the muscular side and you've got the skin side. You have to start building it, and then you get the muscle side, and then you can contribute more bits and pieces to it to then flip it to your skin side, and then you're going to be rolling die to see if you can electrocute it to become alive. So this just will hopefully mean we win the game, hopefully, and it may just speed it along a little bit. So anyway, we're going to get going straight away. So we actually start the game with resolving an event. Now I'm going to try not to look at them because they sometimes have symbols on, so I don't really want to know what's coming up in the next round. But they are all double-sided, so you're going to be resolving different things according to what round you're on. So we're on round 1, so we're doing this particular side. So La Toussaint. The occasion of La Toussaint quickly followed quickly by Le Jour de Mort draws more attention to the departed than you are typically accustomed to. The acquisition of raw materials will necessitate more untoward behaviour. When placing at the cemetery or morgue, retrieving a cadaver at the hospital, or hiring a hospital thief or body snatcher at the docks, you receive 1 humanity penalty as an additional cost. Ow, that's not a great one to start the game with. Alright, we're going to keep that down here. I'll keep this down here so I know to remember that. That's a bit detrimental. So maybe we should just go to the slaughterhouse? It is funny in this game. This is as you can see, quite a thematic game. It's very gruesome. It may not be for everyone. And there's even an action space down here to murder. You're going to be potentially murdering these assistants that are going to be, the inspectors that are going to be going around. I don't find that particularly upsetting, but I do find the slaughterhouse a little bit upsetting. So I try to avoid using the animal parts wherever possible. But I don't mind using a bit of human guts, for your monster. Yeah, maybe that is the best thing to do then. Cemetery, morgue, that's no good. I don't want to receive this humanity detriment. Got the Bone Man here. I've also got, I'm controlling Anita Bassini. And this says, at the start of each round, you gain 1 franc if you have 2 or less. So we do actually start the game with 1 franc here. And she also has research cards that earn expertise, will earn 1 extra expertise when played, which is really nice, really, really nice. So maybe we should actually just start grabbing cards that can be used later in the game. and maybe try and grab a little bit of extra money, and then maybe next time start building lots of stuff. Perhaps that would be better. So what have we got? We've got an unethical experiment. When hiring a cutthroat at the docks or placing at the dark alley, discharge one laden jar, pay costs and discard the card to gain that particular benefit. I don't want that one. I have found humanity to be really useful. That gives you a humanity detriment. So I don't want to do that. I like that other one though, the tutor, that gives you reputation and money. Maybe I should do that. However, this guy is going to be, whenever you place a meeple, you're going to be rolling die, and these guys are going to be moving around the board in a clockwise direction according to how many damage symbols you have rolled. And so he's going to be coming over here reasonably soon. So maybe I should start focusing on over here, and then hopefully he would have moved around the bottom. And hope that works. Yeah, I think so. So let's, in the first instance, go and get some animal parts. No, we're going to come here. We're going to come here. I'm going to lie them down. To grab this one, which is human rights. You can lecture at the academy, and when lecturing at the academy, you do not gain the normal benefit. Instead, you gain 3 humanity, which is really nice. Some of these cards, particularly, I don't think they're in that one, but in this deck here at is it Saint Roche? I'm going to call it Saint Roche. They're a bit like take that-y, which are obviously intended for the multiplayer game. You can still take them, and obviously you don't like pay attention to the writing on the card. You can at any time discard them to avoid being investigated by one of those meeples. So now we've placed our first guy. We do not replace that card. We're going to be rolling to see if he's moving. Now we haven't rolled a damage symbol. The lightning bolts are the damage symbols. So we ignore all of that, and he stays where he is. Which is a bit frustrating, actually. I wanted him to start moving around. Oh well. I think I may go and grab this research card then. Tell you what, let's go here. I'm going to go and get this research. I don't know whether... Yeah, we're going to come to this one here. I'm a bit scared to grab this one here. Oh, should we take it? We're going to go here, which means we're going to increase our expertise by 1 because we've got a little slot here which tells me what I gain. You have 2 different types of meeples. You have your big scientist meeples, these ones, and you've got your small assistants, and you may be able to upgrade your assistants later in the game. Lots of these action spaces will be available to all meeples, but some of them are locked to your scientist only. So the one I have, I actually gain an extra expertise when I place here, but only my scientist can go there. I'm going to play this immediately. It says play at any time to gain this benefit. So I'm going to gain 2 reputation, which allows me to unlock an additional assistant. So I'm going to grab my extra assistant, and he's available for me this round. I also gain 3 francs, so that will allow me to hopefully bribe this investigator if he does come calling in a moment. So let's roll and see where he's going. So he's going to move around here to the slaughterhouse. So yeah, his next space is on this one. So more than likely he's going to come there. Let's now go to... Shall I go and lecture? Don't know. Shall I go and lecture? Don't know. Let's go and lecture. And I'm going to discard this. When lecturing at the academy, you do not gain a normal benefit. Instead, you gain 3 humanity. 1, 2, 3. There's lots of little different bonuses you can get as you tick up. And this one gives me an extra reputation. So that's great. Where's my St. Roche pile? Down here. Oh no, so he is moving here. So he has landed on the same space as one of my meeples. Probably shouldn't have been so close to him, really. But oh well. So I have 2 options, basically. 2? 3. I have 3 options. As a scientist, I have 3 options. As an assistant, I would only have 2. So I can choose to try and evade him. I would have to roll 2 blue die, and these blue die are like upgraded, more successful versions of the grey. If I roll at least 1 eye symbol, I successfully evade him. If I don't, I get investigated, I get questioned, and this ticker upper, my round marker, will proceed 1 round, and so I have less time to complete my monster in the game. So that's evade. You can also, as a scientist, choose to murder him. So I would gain all of the benefits as I would on this murder space down here. So lots of really fresh, nice body parts, but I will gain a penalty of 3 to my humanity. I've only just gained the 3 humanity, and also a police marker. I can only hold 2 police markers on my character card at any one point. I can, at any point in the game, pay money to like get rid of all my police markers, but it's still quite a big penalty to the humanity, so I don't really want to do that. I can also bribe, which is what I think I'm going to do now. So here is the bribe track. This is usually like where you can like bump players off of places in the multiplayer game, but it tells you down here how much it's going to be to bribe that investigator. And once you fill up this track, you then put like a marker at the top to indicate that the costs increase by 1. So I'm just going to go ahead, pay 1 coin to shut him up for a moment. And then I've got 1 more meeple. I want to try and gain more money. I don't think I can really gain more money right now with this guy. You know what, I think I'm just going to have to do this. You'll see at the bottom here, there's like 2 sections. So you can either play the card for that top benefit, or down here is a dice mitigation section. So I can discard that card at any time to reroll any 1 or more dice. So I think maybe that's the best option there. Or I could go down here and hire the Bone Man, because he's not going to give me a penalty. His body snatchers and hospital thieves that are going to give me a penalty. Oh, that dog catcher. They have different benefits. So Bone Man, I can only take the bone that he's giving. Dog catcher, I can either choose to get some expertise, or I could gain 3 humanity. I don't know why you'd gain humanity from catching dogs. Maybe you're releasing them. you're paying the dog catcher for the dogs and then releasing them back into the streets. Maybe I'll do that. Would that be better? Yeah, I think so. I'm going to pay a coin then to hire the dog catcher, and I'm going to take that humanity. So that's 1, 2, 3, and that passes another reputation ticker. There we go. So that's all my meeples. Let's see if this guy is also moving. Good, he's only moving 1 space. So that was a good option, I think. All right, so that is the end of that particular round. We're now in the lab phase, so this is where we can choose to build monster parts. I have collected nothing that round because I was deliberately trying to avoid gaining those humanity, like detriments. This is where you can also throw the switch, so you can discharge any Leyden jars that are charged with electricity to try and get your monster alive. And you can also preserve any body parts to then sell later on. So we're just going to proceed straight away to reset, so decompose your materials. The fresher all your materials are, the more points you're going to get when you make the body part, and at the end of the game as well. No, that's a lie. Only when you're making the body part you gain points according to how fresh all the ingredients are. Refresh the game board. So this is where we can take all of our people back. And we also sort of rejig all of the cards. Some of the face down decks don't get reshuffled, and also the morgue stays static as well. So the docs gets redone. I'll fast forward this in later stages, but just so you can see how it works, we've refreshed the Saint Roche ones as well. Cemetery stays the same. The hospital, you draw the number of cards according to how many players there are. We set up as per a 2-player game, so we draw 2. You stay the same. These get rejigged at the academy. And that's everything, I believe. So we now Advance the captain 1 space on the story track, so we're on round 2. You'll see that we get extra investigators as the game progresses. And then we are on round 2 and we resolve our event again. So I get an extra franc now because I have 2 or less. So that was a good idea, I think. And now let's grab the event. Not looking. Okay, we're on round 2, so we're doing the enemy of my enemy. You receive an anonymous letter. I know you are of good heart, despite your secret task you labour at. The fiend you toil for is dangerous, yes, but nothing compared to the hell you would unleash if you succeed. Delay, stall, do whatever you must to give me a chance. Humanity depends on it. Each player with less than 0 humanity may draw 1 humanity card from the deck. No, I lie. Each player with more than 0 humanity may draw 1 humanity card from the deck. Read entry C3 to the player with the highest humanity. Alright, so I have 6 humanity. I'm going to draw a humanity card from the deck, and these are the Saint Roche cards. I have this one. So when a player is placing on a space in Paris, force them to place that meeple in a different space. So as these are like a some of these cards are like a take that card or will affect other players. These are the ones that you ignore, and you can discard them at any time to automatically evade one of the investigators. So they can be really useful actually. And I'm going to read C3 to myself. Now in this game you have some entries. A lot of them you'll sort of bypass because usually in a multiplayer game you will also shuffle in encounter cards into your deck. But in the solo you sort of get rid of all of them. So you don't really see as many of these like story sections, but sometimes you do. So C3 says you walk into your lab to find the creature sitting on the edge of your desk, twirling a pen. Notes passed in the dark, it muses, though you can barely hear it. A river of words, but to where and to what end? I'm not sure I know what you mean, you reply. My meaning, his meaning, the meaning of it all. Of course you know nothing. Where the blind leads, only a fool would follow. But who follows the fool? Later you feel the creature's presence when leaving your laboratory, and you are certain it or one of its minions is following you. You endeavour to be especially careful while in the city. So all spaces that give humanity are off limits to you this round. Ooh. So, I'm assuming that would mean I can't place my scientist here, but I could still place my assistant. So I'm going to place that marker there to remind me. I won't be able to go and volunteer. I think that's it. Okay, that's fine. Bit frustrating, but we're fine. Okay. Right, we need to collect parts now, like crazy. We need body parts. So is there anything good here? Before city phase or between turns, make the cemetery or pirate body snatchers off limits. No, that's not particularly useful for us. Take and discard up to 3 materials of different colours from another person's lab. That could be good because we could then just avoid these investigators. Not overly useful right now though. Remove all damage markers from your monster parts. That will be useful later in the game. When lecturing at the academy, gain that benefit instead of the normal one. I think we're just gonna grab body parts as much as possible. Now, we can go to the hospital now because you need a certain threshold of reputation before you can start grabbing cadavers from there. And we need at least 7. We're on 9, so we could resolve 1 card there. I think we might do that. So let's go here and grab a cadaver. So this is a nice fresh one. So this is a level 1. We're going to grab some brown cubes. I think is that muscle? And then you've got organs. So we've got 3 organs, 2 blood, and 2 bone. There we go. And then let's roll to see if they're moving. Oh wow, yeah they are. 1, 2, 3. They're flying. Okay. What about the next person? We just need, what can we make with that? We can't actually make anything with that, which is a bit frustrating. We need a minimum of 3 muscles. And more bone we would need as well. I really want that to be fresher, if I'm totally honest. I was looking at these, I want them to be fresher, but they're not going to be in the morgue, are they? I think we're just going to need to go for some mankier things, really. Let's go to the cemetery then. Should we go to the cemetery? Yeah. Let's grab some bits of the cemetery. So we gain 3. So we can resolve as many of these as we want to. Some of them will have a humanity detriment. So I think I'm going to ignore that one because I don't want to get any decrease to my humanity right now. And obviously as we're digging up bodies from the ground, they're going to be of lesser quality than what we already have. So this is stage 4. So this is about to go proper mouldy. Gross. And I think I'll grab this one as well. This one's just bones. Oh, I've got blood there. Not sure if I've missed some bone, but that's my own fault. Oh, good. So he's not moving. That's fine. That's good. Oh, jeez. I don't want to resolve her. I really want some money because I want to try and get some Leyden jars as quick as possible, because you can either take an action here to charge them with electricity, or you can wait for a thunderstorm, and the thunderstorms will be indicated on event cards. So at any point now in the game I may get a thunderstorm and any Leyden jars will automatically charge. So basically that will just save you from charging them yourself. So the quicker you get them the better. But they're quite expensive, and I think it's more, I don't know if it's more important to get going with bodybuilding. I think maybe I'll try and get there next time, because I'm just a bit worried he's going to come around there. So let's go over here, I think. And shall I lecture? What I could do actually is use my scientist to place over here to gain an expertise and grab one of these, and I'm going to grab this one. Let's see if he's moving once, and then with my final person I'm going to come here, lecture. So I'm going to grab a frank and a reputation, but then also discard this guest lecture. So when lecturing at the academy, gain this in addition to the normal benefit. So I gain an extra 2 reputation and 2 francs. So that was pretty good. I still don't have many body parts, but that's fine. We'll just do it slowly. Now I've passed a particular symbol on here. So I've passed like a scientist symbol. So what I can do is replace one of my assistants with the more powerful scientist. Now I won't actually sort of change what the action is at that particular time. I've already placed it and resolved it, but it just means next round, I'll have something a bit more powerful to deal with. And then that was my final one. So let's see if he's moving. Oh no. 1, 2, 3. Oh no. Okay. I do have a lot of money. It's only going to cost me 1 to bribe. Shall I bribe since I've got so much money? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, because I want to buy all those Leyden jars. Okay. So remember, this is I'll call it a take that card, which can't be used in the solo mode. It's affecting another player, so I can just discard it to evade him. Avoid his questions. Yeah, I think that's good. So now we're going to go onto the lab phase, so we can build a monster part. Now, unfortunately, I've got lots of fresh stuff, but not enough fresh stuff to make any of the bits and pieces. So I'm going to have to take them from the manky side as well. So what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm going to make a leg, I think. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 muscle. 1, 2 organs and 4 bone. Yeah, let's do that. And then you have a look at how many victory points you gain according to how fresh your ingredients are. So unfortunately, as I used level 4 decomposing ingredients, you have a look at what's the mankiest, basically, from what you've just contributed. I only gain 3 points. You also gain a penalty if you take animal body parts. So we're on 3 at the moment. And we're going to grab a nice muscular right leg. When you have built something as well, you gain 1 expertise, so we can tick up to 8. Now we don't have enough stuff. We don't have any muscle, so we can't do anything else. We can't throw the switch. Am I preserving anything? No, I'm not going to preserve. So now we decompose. So all of these just tick down 1. Refresh. So bring everyone home. So we're now on round 3, so let's tick up there. Now we've met another investigator meeple, and they always start at the morgue. So now we've got 2 on the board. They're going to be following us around. So this is where it starts to crank up a little bit in terms of tension. It's a really, really fun game that trying to chase them around the board. I try and make it so they are all together in one spot, so I try and push them all down one side and I try and stay at the opposite end of the board, but it doesn't always work. So we're on the event phase. Hopefully we don't have a thunderstorm yet because I haven't bought my Leyden jars. Round 1 to 5, good. Long live the House of Bourbon. Community leaders organise neighbourhood loyalty drives, encouraging citizens to sign pledges to the Bourbon monarchy. Each player may immediately choose once to pay 1 franc to gain 1 reputation. If they do not or cannot, they lose a reputation. Ah, I was keeping that for my Leyden jars. Fine, I'll gain a reputation. That's fine. Okay, we need monster parts. Desperately. We need parts, we need Leyden jars. So what cards have we got? Are they going to help us? When lecturing at the academy, gain humanity. Before city phase or between turns, make them walk off limits. That's not useful. When resolving a cadaver, play this to treat the materials as stage 1. That could be cool, but these guys are going to be coming around soon. And resolving a stage 1 or stage 2 cadaver, pay the costs and discard. Do not gain the normal benefit, but you gain 4 expertise. We just need stuff, don't we? Oh, this one's going to give us 5 humanity. Or 8 animal body parts. Animal body parts can be used for anything apart from blood, so they can substitute for your muscle, your organs, and the bone, I believe. Maybe not the bone. I think it's just the organs and the muscle. Let me check it. It does actually say the orange materials, which are the animal ones, can be substituted for almost any other kind of material, but earns fewer victory points. Stage 3 or stage 4 animal materials cannot be substituted for blood. So it looks like even stage 1 and stage 2 can be substituted for blood. So that is so useful. Oh, that's tempting. Okay, let's try and stay away from them for the moment though. And that hospital could be good as well. Where's my reputation? 13. If I could get 2 extra reputation, I could be paying a coin to resolve 2 of those cards. First instance though, we just need Leyden jars. I could get 2 Leyden jars. Maybe I should do that. There's a lot to do. Okay, we're going to go here. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 francs to gain 2 Leyden jars. I'm getting anxious about my jars. At least then we've got them. I don't think... Shall I buy ice? Maybe I'll buy ice. Let's spend a coin as well and buy a block of ice. Ice stops all of your bits and pieces degrading. It's got 2 stages. You've got your full stage, and then 1 round it will melt a bit. It's still there though, and then it will disappear. I don't know whether that's really silly. So now we've got 2 investigators. We can roll, and after the roll we can choose who to resolve. So one of them is moving 2 spaces. So I'm going to choose this guy to calm down 1, 2. And he's not moving at all. That was a good choice, I think. If I choose that hospital cadaver, can I make an arm from it? I can't. But I do have some materials ready. I'd need more muscle though. I need more muscle. What about the torso? No. And I'm not clever enough yet to make the head. What should I do? I just need parts. Let's perhaps go to the cemetery. Maybe I'll just go here then. Let's go to the cemetery and just build what we can. And grab 3 of these. Who have we got? We can resolve them all. I don't want any detriment to my humanity. I could have probably sold some bone, but we've done it now. This is level 3. Running out of bone. I just need to check how much, because there's a limit to how much stuff you can hold. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we are maximum on our bone holding. But I think it will still be beneficial for us to resolve this, because then we get the muscle. No, the organs, sorry. Or should I gain the expertise? No, let's gain the organs. So 3 organs. Oh, these are Mankia. They're level 4. Yeah, there we go. So somebody's moving 1. Let's move this guy 1. Oh no! He's moving 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. So now I got 2 scientists left. I could go and get some money. I could work. That's going to earn me 3 money. I think I'm going to come over here to actually just gain a bit more humanity. So let's gain 1, which gives me an extra reputation. And then choose one of these. This one's going to be way more useful to gain humanity when lecturing. So somebody's moving nothing. I'm going to choose that one. And then hopefully, yeah, this one's moving around a little bit more. So they're squeezing them up in that corner. Last guy, what do I want to do with you? I could volunteer, or shall I work? If I volunteer, I gain 2 reputation, which will be nice because that means I could come here next time and resolve 2 cards. I don't have any money though. But if I do go and work, what's going to happen is I earn 3 coins, which means I actually won't gain my bonus. So I think actually volunteering may be better. There's no point in going to the hospital because I won't gain any extra points. Oh, I actually don't have any muscle to make anything. I've only got 1 muscle. Maybe I'll go to the morgue then. I haven't got any money. I'll go to the hospital. Oh, this is a tricky one. All right, I'm going to go to the hospital and get some body parts. I want the muscle. Am I still going to have enough muscle? Yeah, I'll have enough muscle then. So that gives me 2 muscle, 2 fresh muscle, 3 organs, 2 blood, and a bone. But remember, I'm full up of bone, so I don't get that. So one of them's moving 1 space. I'll move you. Hopefully this other guy won't move. No, that's good. Brilliant. All right, so we are going to go to the lab. So we're going to build a monster part. We are going to build an arm. And unfortunately, we're going to have to make it a bit of a manky arm. But that's just going to be what it is. So 3 muscle. So that's 1, 2, 3. 2, internal organs, and 3 bone. There we go. And that gives us 2 victory points. Ooh, we're lagging behind on victory points here. And we gain an extra expertise. And we gain a nice fleshy right arm. Now, I don't have any more muscle, so I'm just going to proceed straight to the other phases. Preserve materials. Do I want to preserve anything? I think so, because we're now at the stage where we could probably get the torso. We're not there with the head. And they only need 4 and 4, so I need lots of muscle. So I'm going to actually go and preserve these 3 here. And hopefully get a fresher torso and head. When you're preserving, you can preserve any of the muscles and the organs. You push them here, you can store up to 9 cubes, and you can sell any 3 of these combinations to get 2 coins. There we go. So decompose. Remember, we bought ice, so we are not decomposing anything. We're just melting our ice. And refresh. And advance our story. So we're on round 4. We need to get a move on, really. Okay. Round 4. Academy Fire. So we have an execution. Very nice. So we draw from the public square pile. So these are very nice and fresh. We do have to pay to go there. So we're going to have to earn some money before we go there. So Academy Fire. A fire breaks out at midnight in the library at the Academy of Science, consuming hundreds of books. An unidentified man was seen fleeing the scene. A call goes out for aid in the library's swift reconstruction. So the Academy is off limits. Okay, that's no good. That means these guys are going to be flying around the bottom here. During the city phase, each player may choose once to pay 2 francs to gain 2 reputation. Read entry C2 to a player of the first player's choosing. Okay, so C2. A man shows up in your lab dressed in formal attire, but looking rather dishevelled and covered in soot. He smells of ash. I know what you are up to, he says, but you cannot continue. Your patron is an abomination and will be the fruits of your efforts. No, as will the fruit of your efforts. Can I not implore you to help me destroy it? If you will aid Captain Morton, go to A32, otherwise go to entry B32. So our goal, or the story, is basically that the Frankenstein's monster has kidnapped our family and has said, I'm going to kill your family and you'll never see them again unless you build me this monster. So I feel like I'm just going to go with what the monster says and not destroy the monster. So we're going to go with B32. We're going to go with the evil. We're going to continue making this monster. Who are you, you ask angrily, and how did you get in here? Leave now, or I will call that patron now, and he will see you out. The captain scowls and retreats. I will not be so easily undone, nor will your crimes. I can draw 1 research card from the deck and receive 2 humanity detriment. Ooh, ouch. All right, 2 humanity detriment. This is... you need to be really careful with the symbols around the outside because you get bonuses as you tick it up, but you also have to undo everything as you decrease some markers. So I have to tick down one of my reputation dial, by 1. I can gain it back if I reach that level of humanity again. And I gain a humanity card. Okay. When you are visited by a creature during an encounter, immediately discharge one laden card. Okay, so this one you do not have encounters, so I don't believe, no. So I can use that to avoid investigation at any point. All right. What do we want to do? I really want that cadaver, so we need money. How are we going to get money? So I'm looking at this torso. So that would be, oh dear. That I still won't have enough, muscle. She's not very muscular, that lady. But I could go and go to the hospital as well and grab that muscle. So I do need to earn a coin somehow. Oh, at the start of each round you gain 1 franc when you have 2 or less. There we go, I do have 1, so I could go and get that body. Then go to the hospital. And then think about it from there. I really want to go and sell some stuff as well. I just need money, I think. Yeah, let's do that first before I forget. So you're going to come up here. I'm going to bribe whoever is guarding this body to take this. So I have 3 muscle and 3 organs, 3 blood, and 4 bone. I think I'm full up with bone, aren't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's check how many I've got everywhere. So these are 15 we can hold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Fine. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we've got 1 too many bones. Too many bones. Lovely. Lovely and fresh. Okay. So these guys are, they're not, one of them's not moving. So it doesn't actually matter which one's not moving because they're skipping the rest of the academy. Let's choose this guy then, the furthest moved one, and you're coming down to the dark alley. I think I will now go to the hospital. Yeah, let's go to the hospital to resolve just the 1 card. And I'm gonna chuck out all of this. Oh no, it's level 2, so I don't need to. Ignore me. Thought I was gonna reach my limit, but it's level 2. And a blood and another bone, but I don't take the bone. Okay, who's moving now? So I'm gonna choose this guy to move 1. And this guy, they never land on the same space, they just skip the spaces, so that's something to sort of consider as well. I think in all honesty, I'm just going to stick up this side of the board and try and get some money, because just in case I need to bribe. So I'm going to go here and work. I want money. What's my expertise? It's 9, so I gain 3 coins. Yeah, I think so. If I can't go to the academy, I'm pretty good on body parts right now. Somebody's moving 1. Let's go for you. And you are following. And then my last one, I'm going to go and volunteer. I think I will go and volunteer here. So 1 humanity and 2 reputation. Now, before we go, we do have the option to choose to pay 2 francs to gain 2 reputation. Shall I do that? I think so. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to pay 2 francs to gain 2 reputation, and that means I can upgrade somebody else to a scientist. Good. Now that's everyone. That will be, oh, let's do you. You're not moving. And you're not moving either. Okay, brilliant. So building a monster part, we can get rid of that now. Whoa, we've only got 9 expertise, so we can only build the torso. We could build an arm, actually. I wonder if we've got enough. How many? I could use the arm. I could get an arm, and that's going to get me more points. I'm going to do that, you know. Yes, so I'm going to build the skin part. I'm going to complete a monster part. So I'm going to discard 3 muscle, 2 of my freshest body parts, body organs, and 3 blood. Lovely. To put the skin and completedness on my arm. That's going to give me 6 points and 1 expertise. And I think that's all I can do. I've only got 1 muscle now, but I think that's going to be better because my torso would have given me 7. I don't know. I think as I've got the blood there, it's more beneficial to do that. I've done it now. That's fine. I can't make anything else right now. Throw the switch. We're not throwing the switch. Preserving materials. I don't think I'll preserve right now. Actually, we've got so much internal organs. Let's get rid of some. Let's get rid of 3 to just free up some space a little bit. Yeah. Decompose. So we've got our ice. Our ice block now melts completely. So we will be decomposing from the next round. And refresh. And we're on round 5. So round 5. We're not doing too bad in terms of... We've only ever had to bribe once. So that's pretty good. Round 5, so we're on this one. Here we go. We've got a lightning storm. So this charges our Leyden jars, which is fantastic. I wish I could have waited 1 more round because I wanted to go and buy some more this round. But we'll take that. Thief in the night. A dozen cadavers go missing at the hospital in what police are calling a brash act of burglary. Authorities begin rounding up suspects. Discard all cadavers at the hospital. Oh no. That's rubbish. And for the rest of this round, discard and replace any hospital thieves at the docks. There's no hospital thieves, so that's fine. Oh, that's a bit annoying. That was our fresh meat. We could go to the cutthroat. That's quite expensive though. We actually gain an extra franc from our power. So what is our goal now? We do still have a lot of blood, so we could try and actually finish a monster part again. We could finish an arm if we get more blood. I wonder if we could we do that? We'll think about it. So what's going on over here? At the academy, during your turn, lose 1 scientist from your character card for this particular benefit. When resolving a stage 1, 2, or 3 cadaver, discharge a jar. Okay, I think I actually want to go and get some money. So what I'm going to do is try and get some people moving around. I'm going to come and lecture. But what I'm going to do is discard this. When lecturing at the academy, do not gain the normal benefit. I'm going to gain 3 humanity. So 1, 2, 3. I gain 2 extra reputation from that. Fabulous. And then hopefully these guys are going to move it. Nope, one of them's not. Okay, you cannot move it. Hopefully this guy's moving too. I'm assuming that the hospital is off limits because there's nothing there. That would make sense for them to skip it. Didn't say it was off limits, but there's nobody going to be placing there. Let's now go therefore to the market. I think let's sell all of this. So that's for 4 coins. what do I want? I'm going to spend 2 on a jar. Do I want another jar? Where are my laden jars? Here. Because there was a lightning storm this round, any ones you gain are automatically charged. I don't know whether to buy another one. No, I'm not going to buy another one. What I will do though is perhaps sell some bone. How much bone do I need? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 3 for the head. So yeah, if I get rid of 4 bone, I can get 2 coins. Here we go, I've got some money flowing. And I think I might actually spend 1 to gain some more ice. Yeah. Yeah, that's good, I think. Let's see who's moving. We're gonna move you 1. Oh no, and you're moving 2. Okay. We got 2 scientists left. We need some bodies. Now, we actually have bonus objectives down here. And these, you automatically gain 10 victory points the second you hit them. It doesn't matter if you then drop below the levels. So for example, this one says 1st to 10 on humanity dial. I'm on 9 out of 10 humanity. So I'm thinking, if I could push up my humanity to 10, I could flip this, gain the 10 victory points, and then I can look to murder as much as I want, basically. Not as much as I want, because it costs money and reputation, but I could then choose to go to this cutthroat and get fresh stuff, which could be really juicy. So if I come here, I could gain that humanity. I gain 10 victory points. So I'm on 21. Oh. And which card do I want? This one will be more useful. When buying a cadaver at the public square, discard that card and do not gain the normal benefit. You gain humanity and reputation. So one of them's moving 1. Let's do... Oh, this guy's getting a little bit in front now. And then I can come down here, I think, and hire this cutthroat. Which cutthroat do I want? Do I want to spend more money but take less penalty to humanity? Yeah. Yeah. And 1 penalty to humanity. So I gain 4 muscle. And then 4 organs. I think I might have to do some jigging around. I will get them all and then decide what I want to keep and what I don't in a minute. And 3 bone. So what have I got? I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I need to get rid of 3. So let's get rid of some organs. Or should I get rid of some blood? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, we're okay. Oh, I don't know. What do I want? What do I want? I'm going to be making a torso. Got a lot of stuff here. I could gain a good leg as well. Thing is, I'm not going to have enough for my leg and torso. So I'm much better off just getting the bigger points, aren't I? Or utilising the freshness. So that's 3, 4, 5 blood. 3 of you and 3 of you. So let's get rid of 1 blood. How many have I got? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And let's get rid of 2 bits and pieces. There we go. And everyone needs to move. getting stressful. So let's move you, and then, yes, good. Okay, 1, 2, 3, you're catching up. Good, perfect. Okay, lab phase, building a monster part. I think we're gonna go for the juicy bits. So we're gonna go for a leg, and we're gonna discard 5 blood and 3 organs. I don't know what organs are going to be found in your leg, but apparently there are. So that's going to give me a nice juicy leg, tick up my expertise, and give me 8 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I am stuck because I don't have enough muscle. Ooh, do I? Yes, what I could do is actually make my head now. I could discard these 2, these 3, and 3 bone. Have I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? No, that's fine. Yes, and then I can make a really fresh head. So that's going to give me 8 victory points. An extra expertise, and a head. Where's my head? Oh. Perfect. Wow, my creature's looking funky. But that's cleared out everything a little bit more, so that's really good. Throw the switch. I'm definitely not throwing the switch right now. You always take a bit of a gamble when you're throwing the switch because you can roll damage, and then each body part can hold 1 damage, but the second you have to place a second damage counter on it, it gets degraded. So if it's this, you can only like animate a fully formed part, so I can only animate the arm and leg right now. So if I damage it, I have to degrade it back to its muscular side, and if it's on its muscular side and you then assign damage, you have to dispose of it. So I'm going to wait. And preserve materials, I'm not going to preserve anything. So I'm just going to melt my ice and get started for round 6. That means we're halfway. We're not doing too bad, but I'm not sure if we're being quick enough. We need to start rolling some die really soon. Otherwise we're not going to be able to offset those bad die rolls. We'll see. Yeah, so we're now on round 6, so we've pushed off another Captain Meeple. Luckily though, he comes in at the morgue, and so they're all grouped together. So that's pretty nice. Right, what do we want to do now? We need to get that torso going as soon as we can. And I want to flesh out that arm and that leg, so we need blood. We've got quite a lot of reputation, so we could go to the hospital and grab some people. Okay, let's see what the event is first of all. Round 6. So round 6, we've got peasant protest. Fear and superstition calls locals to congregate outside your laboratories, driven by rumours of the strange occurrences inside. Nothing strange here apart from my bodiless corpse. Each player can only place 1 scientist meeple in Paris. Oh my god. Each player may pay 2 francs at any time to remove their restriction. Ow. Wowee. I'm going to have to do that then. I'm going to pay 2 francs. To remove that restriction. That's painful. Oh dear. Okay. Right. What do we want to do now then? What cards do we have out? So when an execution is drawn, pay 2 francs to prevent that portion of the event. I definitely don't want to do that. When lecturing at the academy, gain more humanity. I don't need to worry about my humanity right now. When giving blood, don't gain that benefit. When discarding materials, reduce the material requirements by 1. I also need to start collecting some of these cards over here so I can discard them to like re-roll die. Ooh, okay. I need money. I need materials. I need blood. I think I'm going to come up here straight away and resolve both of these by paying a coin, my last coin. So I have got 2 muscle, 4 organs, 2 blood, and 2 bone for you, mister. Thank you. And then 3 and a 2. I'm going to have to count again to see if I've now messed this up. 1, 2, 3. We're overflowing. Okay, what have we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. 1, 2, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, yeah. Let's see where these guys are moving to. We're going to move you. Hopefully to give these guys extra space to move if they need to. So that's that one. This guy's moving 2. Okay. We've still only bribed them once, so we're doing fine. We're doing okay. Right, let's take a count. So we want to put some blood in a leg, ideally. Or we could do another arm, so that's the 3 blood there. 2 and a 2. So let's focus on grabbing, yeah, actually, let's stick it up here. So this is for my arm. That's my arm. And then I need 2 organs and 3 muscle. So all of this could be used for the torso. So I've got 4 down here. I would need an extra 2 muscle. So I do want to go and grab some extra muscle. Ideally I'd want it level 2 because then I'd get the extra points. But I might not be able to be too fussy. He's level 3, Mr. Crispy in the morgue. I could go and get some animal parts. I think maybe I'll just have to take that hit. I need some cards then, don't I? There's no like limit to how many cards you have. I don't want to go here yet because I want to wait for him to move down. So let's potentially go up here. Let's come here. I can gain my humanity back. And I will grab this one. This will be more useful. It's not really that useful. I don't really want them. Maybe I should have gone to the cemetery. Then I could have at least been preserving things. Someone's moving 2. Let's move this guy down. So he's going to move 1, 2. Oh no. 1, 2. 1. Okay. Let's go potentially up here. But we need muscle. I want muscle. We are going to go to the cemetery. We need muscle. Unfortunately, these are not going to be level 2. No. We're going to ignore you, I think, as well. Because you're going to take a hit on the humanity. My humanity is really nice. At the end of the game, if I continue to be at max humanity, I'm going to get an extra 20 points. So let's try and keep that there. Unfortunately, I don't get to resolve you either. But I will take this guy because I can use those nice moldy muscle parts. And I don't get the bone. Not sure whether that was good or not. We'll see. Oh no! Okay, we're gonna do this guy. 1, 2. We have no money. So we're gonna discard this card here to ignore it. Because I can't use this one in a solo game. this guy's going to move 2. And this guy's moving 1. They're getting spread out and I don't like it. I don't like it. I really do want money. I have no money. If I go there, I could get money to bribe this guy. But I could lecture instead. That would be more beneficial. Shall I do that? Yeah, let's lecture. So I gain a franc and 2 reputation, which means I get upgrade to a scientist meeple, my last assistant who's over here. Yeah, somebody's moving nothing, so I'm going to choose this guy. He's not moving. Somebody's moving 2, so you can move 2. 1, 2, and then hopefully you move nothing. Oh yeah, I avoided it. Perfect. And they're all bunched together as well. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. So we're going to, I'm going to completely forget what I was planning to do now, but we were trying to finish this arm. Needs 7 expertise. We've got that. We're going to grab, so 3 muscle. This is all level 1. 2 organs, 3 blood. To get a beautiful fresh arm. It's all a bit patchworky. 1 expertise and 6 victory points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lovely. And then have a look at what else we can make. So we want to make this torso. Unfortunately, I can't make it fresh. So we're going to have to discard these 2 and these 2. These 2, these 2. And 5 bone, 4, 5. And that means I have got a skinless but complete monster. Look at this beauty. Wowee. Expertise, and I gain 4 points for that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've actually just managed to pass a die symbol on here. This is a blue die, so if I'm throwing the switch and rolling die at any point, I get to normally roll 2 grey die per Leyden jar I discharge, but I can substitute one of those grey die for a blue, and those blue are a little bit more successful at like getting your monster to become alive. So that's really good. I don't think I'm going to discharge jars right now. I have no way to offset any bad rolls. I've only got 3 monster parts that I can get alive anyway, and I don't really want to be putting damage tokens on any of my muscular body parts. So I'm going to not throw the switch. But shall I preserve materials? No, I'm not going to preserve materials either. And we do not decompose because my ice is now melting. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. So let's everyone come home. And we're on the next round. Round 7. Okay, we need an execution. Nope. Maggot infestation. This is a card I hope I'll remember to say about it in the in my final thoughts of this game. But this card can make or break your game if you draw this in the last round. Let's see what it says. A recent scourge of blowflies leads to 1 body part of every monster being infected with larvae. Each player places a cube from the supply, any colour, on one of their monster parts. Discard any alive marker on that part and do not place a new one while infected. At any time, players may discharge 1 Leyden jar to roll 2 grey dice, assigning all damage 1 at a time to that part, and ignoring other results. Remove the cube if at least 1 damage is placed. So yeah, I think that this just completely screwed me over in the last round of the game at one time, and I was really annoyed. So I think I will do that now. So let's stick this on an arm. I'm going to discharge 1 Leyden jar to roll 2 die. Yeah, to roll, assigning all damage 1 at a time to that part and ignoring other results. So I do unfortunately have a damage on that arm, but I can now remove this. So that's fine. I've zapped away those maggots. So what is the plan for this round? We've got lots of blood already, so that's quite nice. We actually don't have enough expertise to do the torso or the head. So maybe we should actually work on trying to push that up a little bit. We could do the leg, but we're going to need more blood. What cards do we have before the city phase? Discard all the cards at the hospital. No, I don't really want that. I don't really want that either. But what I do want are some of these ones for their ability. I could gain expertise that way. I think what I may do, I actually gain a franc because of my ability. That's very nice. So I'm going to come here to gain an expertise and grab one of these cards. I don't think I'm going to discard it for the benefit. I'm going to keep it for its potential to re-roll die. Somebody's moving 1. Let's move you up 1. Somebody's moving nothing, so we're going to do this guy, and you're moving 1. My next person, shall I get that other card as well? Maybe. Let's actually give blood. Shall I give blood? Oh, I don't know. What I really want to do is go to the hospital. Maybe I'm going to have to go and get the cutthroat instead. So what am I actually doing? I'm going to get the leg. So I need blood. I'll have enough blood. I'll have enough body parts. And I'll have enough muscle if I get that cutthroat. I'm going to have to do that, I think. And then I wonder if I should start rolling die from that point onwards. Let's go and hire you then. So that's 1 coin. And I won humanity to hire you. I should go to the market as well, really. And then 3 organs, 3 blood, and 2 bone. Because then I could sell some body parts. Oh God, somebody's moving 3. Oh dear. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, somebody's moving 4. What are you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh gosh. This is going to be interesting. How many have I got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What I could do is give blood, because then I could get a really fresh leg. That'd be quite good to get a fresh leg, wouldn't it? That's worth 4 victory points. What else would I be doing here? Not a lot, really. I think it may be better to go and get some money. Maybe I'll go, yeah, let's go and get some money first, then I can bribe. So let's sell lots of bone. I don't really need bone unless I start to deteriorate my bits and pieces. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 coins I can grab. But, you know, that's quite easy to come by. You can get it anywhere. I haven't finished yet. Do I want to buy anything? I could grab some ice. Do I want some ice? It's only a coin. Or should I grab another Leyden jar? I'm going to buy some ice. I like my ice. I think we're going to leave it there. So somebody's moving nothing at all. We're going to do this guy here is going to move nothing at all. Somebody's moving 2. That can be you, and you are moving 3. Oh dear. 1, 2. Shall I bribe you? What have we got here? I can't use those because I can actually physically use them in the solo game. I'm going to bribe. Leave me alone. And I've got one more person to place. And I'm considering giving blood. I could give blood because that's going to give me more points. The other option is to... I don't know really. I could go and get that other... You know what? Oh dear. What round are we on? 7. We're going to go hard next round on these cards. I'm not sure if I'm going to be discharging jars this turn. Maybe I'll just do 2 die. I'm not sure. I don't know how risky I'm feeling. Not particularly risky. I could gain 10 victory points by volunteering, but then I've got this little bugger. I think we'll just take it slow and steady, perhaps. Should we take it slow and steady? So we're going to go and give blood instead. So 1, 2, 3. They go here. I think I have to get rid of a cube. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. So let's get rid of an organ. Somebody's moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Somebody's moving 1. Oh dear, that's going to be you. That probably shouldn't have happened. And this guy, yeah. 1, 2. I'm going to have to bribe him again. Okay, so now we've filled up this track. There's 3 spaces. We can discard all of these coins, but I'm going to leave one at the top to remind me that the costs of bribing now have all increased by 1. So we've avoided it for a very long time, to be fair. Anyway, that is our round. We're going to go to building a monster part. We are going to infuse this leg. I think 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we're going to get a nice juicy leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blood. And 3 organs. And 3 muscle. 2. It's like a patchwork quilt. Make our leg, and that's 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't have enough stuff to do anything else. So we're going to leave that. Are we going to throw the switch? I am not going to throw the switch. We're going to throw the switch next round. So we want to charge up our remaining jar. We want to get as many cards as possible to re-roll die. And we want to get at least either the torso or the head built. We're going to have to go with the torso because we don't have enough expertise for the head. Preserve materials. We're not going to preserve. We are going to melt our ice, however, and refresh. Yes, this is getting stressful. These meeples need to move out the way. Ideally, I want to try and get that damage off as well. There's only 1 damage, so I don't know whether to ignore it. So we're on round 8. Oh, this is it's such a tension building game. Like the first few rounds, you know, just avoiding the 1 meeple. You're just casually collecting your body parts, but now you've really got to be careful of them because you can just otherwise get questioned one after the other. And at this point, I don't know when is the right time to just start throwing that switch and electrocuting my parts. It's so good. So good. Okay, unholy acts. A priest is found murdered at St. Roche, his limbs apparently torn off with great force and his left eye removed. St. Roche is off limits. Oh dear. Poor priest. We don't want to go to St. Roche anyway, but that means that our meeples are going to be moving quicker around the board. So we actually gain a coin because of our lovely ability for Anita. We need parts. We need blood. So we have got 4 blood at the moment, which is wonderful. We need loads and loads and loads of organs and loads and loads and loads of muscle. So what have we got? What have we got over here? When placing at the market, gain 1 extra franc for each sale of preserved organs. We haven't preserved anything for a long time. The other one is pretty good. Could go to the hospital. And I want to avoid this area because otherwise we're going to be investigated left, right and centre. I think to start with then, I may go to... I wonder how much blood is in that other corpse in the hospital. I need blood. Or do I need blood? I'm probably not going to be able to build both the head and the torso. So actually, maybe I should just scramble around for other bits and pieces. I could grab 2 of these from the morgue. That's going to be good. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pay a coin to grab 2 cards from the morgue. Oh no, that one's going to lose my humanity. Let's do this one first. And then let's have a check of how many components we've got, or how many bits and pieces we are still missing. 3 bone. So we're going to probably be looking at the torso. We need 4 blood, which we've got. 6 of the organs, which we don't have. If I do this one, it will give me 6 organs. We're going to do it. Let's take that hit. Minus is a reputation. We're going to resolve you to get 2 and a 3. Well, we got a nice selection of body parts now. And 3 bone. Ideally then we want to try and sell this bone as well. Alright, somebody's moving not at all. We're going to do this lecture guy because we need these guys to move. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want you to move that fast. Okay. I wonder if we will have enough stuff to make both the head and the torso. 4 blood, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we'll have 1 blood left over. 6 thingies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll have a leftover that. 5 of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have 2 of this left over. And then what would we need for the head? 1, 2, 3. So I'd need 2 blood. If I gave blood, I could get that. I would need to go and resolve. I think let's not do too much. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wait 1 more round. So we're going to come here to grab an expertise and grab one of these cards. Oh dear, well somebody's moving 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and this guy is moving 1. We don't have enough to bribe this guy. So I wonder what I should be doing with him. I could murder him. It's going to give me 3 hit to my humanity. Or I could go and sell and bribe in a minute. I could always just take the risk. I haven't got any body parts alive though at the moment, so I don't quite know what to do. let's sell. We're gonna sell 1, 2, 3. That's gonna give me 3 coins. I'm not sure whether my ice should have disappeared by now. I think we're okay. I don't know whether that was silly. Somebody's moving too. So we're gonna move you. No, we're not. We're gonna move you. And we're gonna bribe you. This guy, oh, I don't know, this guy's not moving. And that guy's therefore not moving. One more. We're gonna go and get this. For that benefit. Oh, please, don't move. Oh my God. You're going there. This guy's going here. That guy's going there. Okay, we missed him. We're gonna get another one next time as well. Wow. Okay, we are building a monster part. What are we building? We are gonna build the body because we are still one off the expertise to build the head. So, 4 blood. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 6 thingamajiggies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5 muscle. 5, there we go. Wow, that's a lot of materials. So far we've managed to do it without animals as well. So that's 6 points. And we have a torso. So the only thing left now is the head. I don't know whether to do the switch. Shall I do the switch? Throw the switch. Oh my gosh, shall I? I haven't managed to get my expertise up to replace one of them with a blue. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna discharge both. So whenever you discharge a jar, for every jar you discharge, you roll 2 grey die. You can only discharge up to 3 jars at a time, so we can only roll a maximum of 6 die. So normally we would be rolling 4 grey die, but I have surpassed this level on my expertise track to replace one of the greys with a blue. So we are going to try and see whether we get anything. Wowee! No, we get 3 damage and a loss of humanity. So let's have a look at my cards and see what we can do about that. That's so bad. That's so bad. All right, we are going to... Oh, dear. This is really bad. This was a really stupid idea. So we're going to re-roll any 1 or more blue die. Oh, for God's sake. We're then going to play both of these. No, we're not. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep this one. But we are going to ignore all the damage. So I ignore all of that damage. We just take 1 loss to our humanity, which doesn't actually do anything for us. Wow, that was really bad. I should perhaps not have done that. It's fine. It's fine. Just move on. Forget about it. Preserve materials. Do I want to preserve anything? Probably. Should we preserve all 3 of these? Let's preserve all 3 of these. Decompose. Our ice is melting. And refresh. We get an extra meeple out and about, which is really bad. We haven't got a single part alive. I said, hopefully this will be a successful playthrough. We only win the game if our monster gets alive. It doesn't look like we're going to get to it. But we'll see. We might have some really lucky rolls. It is very luck dependent, this game. But, you know, there's quite a lot of things you can do to... If you collect all the cards, you can obviously offset that luck. But it's difficult. Now the meeples are all heading around that area. I don't want to go near that because otherwise I'm just going to be spending all my money on avoiding them. So round 9, and he's staying at the morgue. At least they're all together. That's one thing I will say. They're all together. So that's really good. I really wanted to try and get these as well. Okay, event. We actually have, how much money have we got? We gain an extra franc. So we are on round 9. This is perfect timing. So we can charge up all of our Leyden jars because there is a lightning storm. What timing? Terror of La Mer. A terrible storm rolls in from the north, bringing with it damaging winds, lashing rain, and cracking bolts of lightning. The cemetery and the docks are off limits. Oh dear, these meeples are going to be flying. Okay, So, before the city phase, make the morgue off limits. No, before a player rolls the die for the throw the switch, remove one random die from that player. We could use that to get rid of one of their investigate actions. Alright, first instance then, we're going to come up to the hospital to grab this guy because he's going to help us finish off our head. So, I shouldn't have done that then, should I? We're going to have to pay a coin to resolve the second one. I don't want to be faffing around too much with bits and pieces. I wonder if I could resolve just the one then. No, we're going to, if I hadn't have preserved those muscles, we would have been alright. But we're going to have to do both. So I've got 2 fresh muscles, 3 fresh organs, and 2 blood, and 2 bone, and 2 slightly less fresh muscles, 4 organs, 2 blood, and 2 bone. At least then we can finish off our head, which will be really nice, if that's the word for it. Let's get you guys moving. Wonder if we could squeeze all of you up. No, you're not moving then. This guy is going to. Okay. So we've got enough for the head. That's wonderful. I could go and sell some stuff, but these guys are going to be investigating me very soon if I go there. What I'm going to do then is come to work. So my expertise is 18, so I gain 4 coins from that. At least then I can do some bribing. Somebody's moving 2. I'm going to do 1, 2. Sorry, I'm quite prone to actually forgetting where I am with these people, so let's move you up 1, and then this guy is moving 2. He's moving all the way around there. Okay, now we can come here, push up 1 on our expertise. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What I will do, what's that? Reroll any 1 or more die. I'm going to grab that one. Somebody's moving 3? Really? Ouch. Okay. We're going to do this one then. 1, 2. We're going to bribe. That's 2 coins. So let's grab 2 coins to go in there. And I get 3 change. Ouch, that hurt. I didn't want him to do that. Somebody's moving 2. 2 again. Oh my god, they're so spread out now. This isn't good. I was going to go and practice, because then if I can get those blue die out. What's going to be more beneficial? Substituting a grey for a blue die, or being able to re-roll any 1 or more grey die. What are the chances? So I've only got 1 alive on here. I've got 2 alive on here. It's better to get I double my chances by getting that blue die. So I'm going to come to this spot to practice and just push up 1 expertise. You know what? No. I'm going to come here to grab that, but then I'm going to discard this to get this. Yes, that's so much better. Remove all damage markers from your monster parts. And I gain 2 expertise, but research cards, it is a research card, that earn you expertise will earn you 1 extra when played, so I get 3. So I've got 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think that was the better way of doing it. Somebody's moving too. I don't want you to move 2. That's going to be you. 1, 2. Let's try our best. No, we haven't done it. So we're going to go 1. It's going to cost me 3 coins to bribe you. We're going to do it. So we discard all of this. It's now really expensive. I have to move you and you. Ooh. You're not moving. And then, is it this guy or this guy? Oh, it doesn't matter. None of them are moving. Phew! Okay. Wow, this is stressful. So we have a nice fresh body now though. And we're going to build our final part. I say fingers crossed, final part. I'm going to destroy it all in a minute. So to get our nice fresh head, we're going to discard 3 blood. We're actually going to take the moldier blood. 3 blood. 5 organs and 3 muscle. So unfortunately we didn't get the super freshness, but that's fine. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. He's going to be so proud. Frankenstein's monster is going to be chuffed. So I gain 7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Shall I throw the switch? I don't want to. So we're going to do all 3. We're just going to go for it. We have to just go for it. And we've got 2 blue die now. So what do I have here? I've got the ability to ignore any humanity damage and to re-roll any 1 or more die. So we're just going to go for it. Oh my gosh, this is just awful. We're going to discard this straight away, re-roll any 1 or more die. We're going to re-roll everything. How can I not roll a single good thing there? Perfect. Look at this. 3 alive markers. So we can choose what parts we animate. So I think I'm going to go for the head and the torso. That's just weird. And we're going to go for a leg. Now, I need to decide if I want to discard that card to ignore my humanity. Otherwise, I'm going to tick down 2, which is going to lose 1 reputation, which will lose me a scientist. It's not too detrimental. I really want to try and get these bits though. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Should I get rid of that? That is quite a lot of humanity to humanity, isn't it? But what have I got? I could go and lecture to gain it back straight away. I mean, let's use it. Ignore any of those. Why not? Okay, that was pretty good. We're halfway there. Perfect. So preserve materials. We are going to go ahead and preserve these 3. I don't think you can't preserve blood, so these decompose. Refresh, and we're on round 10. We've only got 2 rounds left, or 3 rounds left to now get everything alive. So this is going to be tight. It always is a tight game. So I think it was a good decision to maybe start the game with the muscle body parts, because I'm not sure we would have done it otherwise. We might not do it anyway, so we'll see. So round 10, and we are going to see what we've got. We want a thunderstorm again. Oh my gosh, these are coming at the great time. It's as if I planned it, but I really didn't. Knowing me, if I tried to plan it, I would do it at the wrong times anyway. So we charge up all of our jars, ready to go. Heated rivalry. You each discover the head of an unfortunate feline, nailed to your front door. The vulgar act seems meaningless, but given the nature of your patron, it seems best to take it as a warning. You each redouble your efforts, and any sense of camaraderie you have had quickly dissipates. Is he not happy with my bobbling along head on its body and one leg? I mean, you could probably do quite a lot, like jumping around on one leg there. Players must pay double francs to bump a meeple from an occupied space. We don't bump, we bribe. So it never actually says whether you need to like double the cost of your thing, but I don't think so because it like accumulates by itself anyway. So I don't think we have to double that cost. We gain an extra franc because of Anita's benefit. Okay, right. What do we want to do? I want to try and get these 2 extra points, but I also want to get extra cards to offset any bad rolls. And they'll re-roll any 1 or more blue dice. Both of them are. So that might not be useful anyway. I wonder if I should just go and practice to just move these people around. Oh, I've done the wrong thing. I'm putting the wrong deck of cards out and about. These go to the docks. I've done it right everywhere else, haven't I? I'm getting distracted now. Yeah. There we go. I was going to say like, I haven't seen these cards before. I don't need these. What I could do is resolve some expertise over here. I don't want to take the humanity loss though. That's only 1. I may as well keep them off the board. Yeah, I think I will do that because then I could go here as well and sell loads of stuff, which allows me to then bribe if I need to. Yeah, it's a little bit of a waste, but let's go for it. So 1 space, that's not a lot. So we're going to jump you around. 1 space, we're going to jump you around. Let's jump you there, and this guy is going to... They need to move faster. What do I want to do then? I could just gain some more humanity, couldn't I? Let's just do that then. So come here, I'm going to gain a humanity back. This will allow me to ignore one of their investigations. So that will be good. I was going to go in... do I want to do that? I was going to sell some stuff. Yeah, I'm going to do that instead. 2. Somebody's moving 2. Let's move you 2. Oh no, you're going to move nothing. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you are going to move 1. You're not moving fast enough, everyone. You're not moving fast enough. Oh dear. Okay, we're going to have to do this now. And we're only going to be able to get 1 of those cards. I don't know. Okay. 1, 2. Coins. 3, 4, 5, 6. Somebody's moving 2. Somebody's moving 2. 1, 2. One, 2. One, and this guy up here. 1. Okay. That was probably a bad idea. We're going to go there then. Grab this one. Somebody's moving 1. Okay, Okay, I cannot do anything about that. That's going to go there. I'm going to discard this. Yeah, so that's a take thatty one. So let's get rid of you. So you've moved. Somebody's moving nothing. You can move nothing. Somebody's moving 1. You can move 1. And this guy is moving 2. Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to have to pay. It's going to cost me 3. We're going to go with that. We're still here. We're still here. Okay. We're going to not build. We're going to go straight to throw the switch. And we're going to go for all of it. We're just going to go full end. Just throw everything at it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've only got the ability to re-roll blue die. Ouch, that's a lot of damage. We do have something else alive. So we've got a little body with 2 kicking legs. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to put out there. Ouch. 1, 2. This is really bad. 3, 4, 5, 6. Ow. Before I actually finish resolving that, let's take 2 off. Because I'm going to discard this to try and re-roll those blue die, which I forgot about. Let's re-roll these. Okay, good. We've got 1 more thing to get alive, but we still have 1 damage. Now, I'm going to check a rule about damage and aliveness. I think it only becomes not alive when you assign 2 damage. Let me check. Yeah, so if you, at any point you have 2 damage markers on a body part, you have to discard that alive marker and downgrade it. So at the moment, all of mine are still alive. I've only got 1 arm that's not alive at the moment, but everything's looking very poorly. But that's okay, we can cope with that. Preserve materials we're not preserving. We cannot preserve blood. So this is where we decompose. Normally everything would go from 2 to 3, but blood cannot be kept beyond this point, so we have to now discard it from our board. So now we can refresh, and we start round 11. I think maybe what I should do is not do any throwing the switch this round. I can charge my jars, I can repair, I can just take it slow for a second, and then hopefully get that last roll on the last round. We'll see, we'll see. We're at round 11, round 11 of 12. Okay, hopefully we get a thunderstorm. And we do! What is this luck? Wow! That's like literally never happened to me. Scrutiny. At least that's just amazing. Might get there. You are aware of a malign presence that watches you as you wander the streets, though you are unsure if it's your patron, spies of the industrious captain, or worse, Parisian authorities. Sneaking around makes travel difficult. Oh dear. Bumping your own meeples costs 1 franc. Bumping bribes are paid to the supply instead of the bumped player. Okay, I don't need to worry about that. I don't need to worry about that. Breathe. It's okay. So we want to get this guy out of that space so we can grab these 2 over there. We also want to, if we can get these, that's brilliant. But in the first instance, we are coming to use our scientists to repair some bits and pieces. We're going to repair all of these. And then we've only got 2 damage markers on things. So if somebody's moving nothing, you can move nothing. Somebody's moving 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone else can move nothing. Somebody's moving 2. 1, 2. And this guy is moving 2 as well. 1, 2. Okay, that's not too bad. We're going to come here then to increase that. And we're going to grab this one here. I'm tentative. Somebody's moving nothing. We're going to do this guy. Somebody's moving 3. 1, 2, 3. That can be you. Nothing. Good, they're all together. Okay. Shall I don't even have anything to sell. I was thinking, shall I try and actually gain like additional body parts just in case I can't. You know, I'm not going to throw the switch this round anyway. We're going to repair next time. We're not going to take the chance. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and gain... Oh, I don't know. I think I might go here still. Yeah. Oh, God, should I have done that? I don't know. That's risky. We're going to go for it. Somebody's moving 2. Oh, gosh. 1, 2, 3. I shouldn't have done that. I do wonder now if I should go here to grab this one, which will allow me to ignore something, what they're doing. Or I could get some more money, because this is going to cost me 3. And that will allow me to bypass it twice. It's really risky going over there, so I'm going to come over here, I think, to grab this one and increase my humanity, which ticks me up 1 on my reputation. Somebody's moving 3. Okay. We're just going to do you. Let's get rid of that so I can ignore that. Somebody's moving nothing. You can move nothing. Somebody's moving 1. Oh gosh, okay, we've managed to survive another round. So I'm not building. I'm not building. I'm not throwing the switch. I'm not preserving. We're not decomposing. We are just refreshing and carrying on. And we're going to throw the switch next round and hope. If we don't do it at the end of the next round, we've lost. So this is our last chance. We're looking okay-ish. We've got a couple of cards here. As long as we get one of those alive symbols, we've done it. Maybe I can try and get one of these or both of those to get my final points up at the end of the game. Really need to be careful of these investigators now though, because we can't evade. If we're unable to evade, they're going to push the round tracker on one, and that will mean that we automatically lost the game. So we really have to be very careful. Maybe I should have been trying to gain extra pieces. I don't know. Let's just move it. Last round. So we're on 8 to 12. We've got an execution. And we've got something down here about executions. That'll give us humanity and reputation. Alright. Desperate times lead to irrational acts, as fear drives the peasantry to looting and lynching. The king offers amnesty to those who will simply go home and stay there. Players do not receive humanity detriment during the city phase, even if they normally would. Players ignore all police marker restrictions and costs when placing at the dark alley. So we can murder. I forgot that we could murder them. We could murder these guys, take a hit on humanity, but we'd get them out of the way. when you murder them, you remove them from that round and they then go on to the space after. So they will come back in from the next round onwards. But at that point in time, that's the end of the game. Oh, I'm going to keep that here, sorry, so I remember that. Oh, okay. First things first though, what we're going to do is come here straight away and get rid of all of this damage because we don't want to be messing around with that. Nuh-uh. Somebody's moving too. Let's get you guys moving as fast as possible so that you can come down there. Somebody's moving nothing. You can move nothing. Somebody's moving 2. And you up there, you're moving 1. Okay, so they'll move next time. What else can I do? I really, really want to get these. If I volunteer that, I can get 1 extra humanity and 2 rep, which means I gain that maximum reputation, 10 points. What am I on? 68, so 78. I just need that extra expertise. Somebody's moving 1. Oh, this is tension building. I can feel my chest getting tight. You can come down here. Right, these guys don't zip around now. That's fine. That can be you. And you move 1. Oh, okay. Then, what are we doing? What are we doing? I could come up here. Or should I move over here instead? I'm going to come over here. Oh, right. Stop being stupid. What am I doing? No, we're good. We're good. We're good. I think. Yeah, we're good. I'm going to come here. No. Yes. So just resolve the 1. We're going to take the brain. No. Oh, that's no good, is it? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do, everyone? Oh. We're going to come up here instead. Spend a coin to gain the 2 expertise. Am I getting reckless? Yes. What's the safest way of gaining expertise? I could go to the morgue. No, let's come here. We're going to grab 1 expertise here. Grab a card. Which card's my favourite? This one, I think. Somebody is moving 1. Let's move you. 1. Everyone's just slowly plodding. You are not moving. Last guy. Now, I'm 1 off maximum expertise. That's going to be 10 points at the end of the game. I think we're okay for avoiding people. And I think we may be okay chancing it. So I'm going to spend a coin. I get 4 back. To resolve 2 cards from here. And I'm just going to bother to resolve the 1 to get maximum expertise. We gain 10 points. 78, so 88. And then as long as we can avoid all of you, sugar. Okay, where are you? You were there. 1, 2, 3. That's fine. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. And this guy is moving 1. We have done that. Now, here we go. Moment of truth, everyone. Throw the switch. We are throwing the switch. All 3 Leyden jars are coming out. So 2, 2, and 2. We've managed to keep everything at the maximum as well. So let's see. We've done it. We've got one of these. Perfect. at the last second. Amazing. Okay, so we have won. We can now sort of count up our score and see how well we've done from game to game. The really cool thing about this game is that you could actually work out what your potential maximum score is by like looking at the dials, because you get extra points according to where your dials are, and also the maximum points you could get from like building these monster parts. I've never actually done it, so I don't know what the maximum score is, but that's pretty cool that you can do that. So anyway, end game scoring. So alive points for each monster part with an alive marker. So we've managed to gain all of them. So that's 26, 36 plus 8 is 44. So I'm going to grab a calculator before I go any further. So there we go. We've got 44 from the alive parts. We're already on 88. Then we have 10 points for each bonus objective. We've already counted them during in-game, so we don't count them again. Then we have a look at our dials, and we take the maximum points that we've reached. So we get an extra 20 from our humanity, 20 from our reputation, and 20 from our expertise. Wow, wow, wow. So that is it. Let's see. I wonder if I've beat my highest score. No, 192. My highest is 196. But still, that's a pretty high score. That is obviously with the slight skip in terms of starting with the muscular parts. But that is Abomination, the Heir of Frankenstein. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. It's such a big game, a very long playthrough, but I really like it. I don't think it ever feels too long personally. But anyway, I will be back in a moment with my final thoughts on the game. So just going to share some final thoughts about Abomination, the Heir of Frankenstein solo mode. I'll be honest, this is a game that I saw somebody post about on a Facebook group somewhere, the theme of it and the aesthetic of it, and the artwork of it, as macabre as it is, it just absolutely piqued my interest immediately. The theme is just hitting the nail on the head, spot on. It's just brilliant. So as long as you really don't mind, obviously the aesthetic and potentially going to like murder somebody or, collecting animal parts for your monster, as long as you can sort of separate yourself from that, this theme absolutely is outstanding and really pops and is one of the most, thematic and atmospheric games that I own from that point of view. It doesn't take itself too seriously either. It is just brilliant. I love this game so much. So the solo mode, as I said at the very beginning, comes separate. So it has been published at a later date than the actual game itself. So you have to print out the rules or have a look at them online. I will pop the link in the description down below so you can find them easily. It does have a very different feel, I would say, than a multiplayer game. The multiplayer game is very much, I will say multiplayer solitaire, but there is a reasonable amount of competition for spaces on the board. There's not too many going on, and you do have the opportunity to bump other players off the particular spaces. You can bump your own meeple off so you can go in the same space as well. These all cost money. The solo mode, however, doesn't really have that competitive aspect. You are very much solely focusing on where those meeples are, those investigators, and are running away as much as possible. The puzzle aspect of that alone is where this solo mode, I think, really shines. You are constantly not only trying to think about the die rolls and where you want that particular meeple to be. I really love the fact that you actually select which meeple is moving after you've rolled the die, because this just has another layer to think about as well. So you're really trying to push them into all one corner. You're trying to think about, do you want them to move really fast this round? Do you really want to try and push them away from a certain area because next round you want to try and get these cards, but you can only get them over the top left? That I just find that is really interesting and creates an additional layer to this game, which is a real puzzle. And not only that, it creates so much excitement and so much tension. I mean, this game has quite a lot of tension and excitement in it anyway, just from the die rolling itself. You do get to a certain point in the game where it changes from collecting body parts and building them to you are rolling die pretty much every round or every other round, really trying to get those successful results and offsetting the negative ones. But this solo mode does an absolutely excellent job at even ramping up that tension even more, because you are being chased around the board. You are really trying to sort of get that balance right of, I need to sort of stay away from them, but could I also try and get resources from them? If you murder, you get all of the goodies that you would normally if you placed at the murder spot. But also you need to be exceedingly careful of progressing. I didn't do it in this game because I found that basically I just ran out of time otherwise. But if you get caught and you cannot bribe them, you can't evade them, or etc., you are moving that round counter up and up and up. And you know, it's a constant balance of whether you're going to be that risky, push your luck there, or whether you're just going to cut your losses and really try and offset that bit of being captured and questioned as much as possible. It's such a great game in terms of filling that tension. Much unlike any other solo mode I think it does a fantastic job. Obviously, because of the dice in this game, some people may not like it because there is a reasonable amount of luck. I will say that you do definitely have to go through a stage of just card collecting just to get those, you know, as you could see, I was like constantly just trying to get those cards without even reading them at the end of the game, to discard them, to be able to re-roll those dice. But I really like that still. I think that just enhances the tension even more. I don't mind the fact that you're leaving it down to luck. I think there's a reasonable amount of things you can do to offset that. I also like in this game how a lot of the cards are multi-use. So you've got the humanity cards at Saint Roche, which are basically just generating your humanity and maybe doing an action if you discard it. So they're not multi-use, but a lot of the other cards are, in terms of whether you're going to be resolving your expertise when you are getting a cadaver, or you can choose to get the materials, or at the docks you can have a multitude of different options, whether that's like gain humanity, you can lose humanity but you gain all the resources. There's lots of different things you can do, and even with the academy cards you could discard them to help you re-roll your die, or it may be more beneficial for you to actually discard it for the benefit on the card. So I really like that multi-purpose aspect as well. It is a little bit of a shame in the solo mode in this game that we do sort of remove half of the encounter deck. So in a multiplayer game you've got some really cool encounters. So these are all things that you can read, and it targets certain people. You read more of the flavor text in the book as well. You also encounter the captain. Is it Warden? The captain. So it just brings the story to life just a little bit more that you don't necessarily see in the solo mode. You do see a little bit in the solo mode, just not quite to the extent. One thing that I have found in this game, and that is very annoying, which I did mention in the playthrough and I did remember to say it in this part, is that there are, I don't know if there's more, I haven't suffered it with any other card, but there's one particular event card that if you draw it in the last round of the game, that could essentially mean that you are, you know, doomed. You cannot really win if you have like a little bit of bad luck. I mean, it is all down to luck again anyway, but yeah, if that maggot card, if that comes out and you're not really expecting it, it's, you know, not the greatest chances of drawing it at the last round, but it's happened to me twice. That can be very frustrating. So, you know, just maybe if you don't like that card, shuffle it into the top part of the deck if you find that you do have it in your event deck. It's not too difficult. I absolutely love as well the fact that there are like spontaneous events that you know will probably happen at some point in your game, but you don't ever know when. So you've got your executions that are going to take place, which, you know, when it's a multiplayer game, a lot of people scramble for that fresh body. It's, you know, it's so thematic and very cool. But you've also got your lightning storms. Mine happened at all the appropriate moments in the game, but they don't usually happen like that. I really, really like that aspect. It just further enhances the theme of this game, really creates that atmosphere, and just gives a little bit of extra flavour as you're going through each round. Another thing that I really like is the addition of more and more investigator meeples that are coming out throughout the game. So the further you get in the game, the more tension that's going to build, and the more you're going to be trying to actually move your focus from the Paris main board to your player board. You're going to want to get your meeples off of that main board as much as possible. Otherwise, you're going to be investigated. I do wish perhaps there were some additional like end game scoring things, that like bonus objectives. You have put out 3 in the solo game and they're the same every single time. Whereas in a multiplayer game, you have others to choose from. So I've got some here. So it's like the first to have 6 monster parts on the table, or have them having the most francs at the end of the game. Obviously, this game wasn't designed with the solo mode in mind, so that wasn't something that I expect the designers really anticipated, but it would be nice to sort of be able to sort of shuffle a few extra ones in to just have some extra variability. As I said, there are a couple of like variations of the rules that you can do. So the designers have put out an Igor variant, which I've sort of implemented, so you can sort of speed run the first couple of rounds. It skips ahead a little bit. There's an additional rule as well, which I did not implement in this one, which allows you, I believe, to discharge a charged Leyden jar to re-roll some dice to like offset that chance a little bit more. So if you don't like the luck in this game, you can sort of use that rule to help ease that a little bit for you. I didn't use that in this game though. However, I just like playing the base game, quite frankly. I don't think it's too long. It is on the longer side. It does definitely take at least an hour and a half to 2 hours for a solo game. But I am entirely and utterly invested in this. I do feel very much that there is a switch halfway through the game. You are very much focusing on collating your body parts and pushing up some of those tracks or the dials in the first half of the game, but then there is a definite like sway in the feel as you are working towards like rolling your die and offsetting that chance in the second half. So I feel that that definitely breaks up the flow. I definitely don't feel it's too long. I would play this probably back to back. But I think that I may be in the minority of how much I love this game. But this is a very popular game from what I've heard people speak about. And unfortunately, it is one that is very difficult to get hold of in the UK. I managed to get my copy second-hand, so definitely keep an eye out on the second-hand market for this one. But I also have heard that you can get this one through the US Amazon shop. I do not know how much that may be in terms of shipping. However, it just maybe if you are willing to pay an extra £20, say, to get your hands on this game, then that may be an option for you, so do have a look. I'm like scrabbling around to try and find something like negative to say about this game. I think I've already mentioned the bits that other people have found a little annoying. I don't really find it annoying that much. I really want to actually get the upgraded components for this game, because can you imagine like using like jars of blood and bones on your actual player board? That would just be fabulous. I mean, this does take up a lot of space, I will say that, and your player boards alone take up quite a lot of space, and it can be a little bit fiddly when looking at how many like cubes you've got and shuffling them all around. So it's a little bit fiddly, but not too bad. I can imagine it would get even more fiddly with using actual like components that aren't cubes, because then they won't fit all on the board. But can you imagine how much more thematic that would feel? So yeah, I will stop gushing about this one. I don't think there's many negative things about this game. I really love this game solo. I think it's fabulous, fantastic, and I really enjoy it. As long as you are prepared that it's going to be probably a good 2 hours. Multiplayer, this is a blast as well. I think it's just the right amount of fiddling around on your own board versus trying to bump each other off of the player spaces. That is a lot of fun. There's not too much take that. I called them take that cards in this game, but it definitely doesn't feel like a particularly mean game. There's little aspects of it being a little mean, but it's nothing too bad. So I would highly recommend this game if you like the theme. Perfect for a Halloween game. I put the vampire video game soundtrack on, and I also put the Plague, A Tale of Innocence soundtracks on when I play this. Really creates some really sinister vibes in the background to be a fabulous gaming experience. Thank you very much for watching the playthrough today. I hope you enjoyed this game. If you have played this game, let me know down below what you think. And if you haven't, are you going to try and get hold of this one? Because as you can tell, I'm really excited about this one. I've had a blast playing it this morning. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. If you do like my content, please consider subscribing to the channel and you will be let know of any future releases that I do. Otherwise, have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.